Hello everyone. How are we doing today? I will be joined by the great Sun here in just a moment. He is running just a minute behind. Happens. Life is like that. The beauty of online casting. Hope you're all having a great day, guys. We have a great group lined up for you. We have Brett, we have Radley, we have WorsT, and we have Art of Turtle, all ready to play some incredible games, guys. I don't know. I think we're a little bit spoiled today. What a world, what a life. I know, right? Being spoiled in this day and age with more StarCraft. Uh, you can tell that they're excited. Sleeping Poppy and Sleeping Poppy. But hey, look, it's the man of the hour himself. How are you today, son?
Hey, what's up? Sorry about running a bit late today, guys. A little bit out of my control.
It happens. That's the best part about online events is that life still happens around them. And sometimes it throws a wrench in the things, or a spanner in the
Yeah,
works, as you might say.
yeah. Such is life. Happens to the best of us. How we all doing today?
Oh, I am ready for some StarCraft.
Yeah, it sounds good to me.
I mean, we got Radley, WorsT, and Turtle. Honestly, that's a great little lineup.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of these groups have been pretty good actually in this round.
Do you think we're gonna get any surprises, or are you Rat and Radley, Team Rat and Radley?
Yeah, it's yeah. My mind is saying Rhett and Radley for sure, but I kind of do like the Turtle as well. He's a nice guy. I like him a lot.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, being one of the coolest people around doesn't mean you get out of your group.
Yeah, yeah, it's true.
He's gonna have to fight for it. But best of one
Absolutely.
ZVZ on Octagon, you know?
Anything can happen, man.
Uh, all right. Getting our players into the lobbies here. We can get rolling.
Yeah.
So, you don't have any hot take prediction? Do you think it's just going to be as what Tin says, basically?
Yeah, I think Rhett is an absolute beast.
Yeah,
He doesn't play a lot though. He's like one of these guys that like has motivation for 2 weeks and then kind of slips away again, you know. So he's not super in shape probably, but he's scary, man. This is the kind of guy that was going toe to toe with Nada back in the day.
that's true. This man's been around quite some time, and he's been really good for basically all of it.
Yeah, yeah, he's a very talented gamer. Doesn't even have to play a lot to be successful. So have a bit of an inclination that he's going to tear this group apart today. We'll have to see.
Yeah, I would hope so. Honestly, seeing a name like Rhett coming back and playing through, like it's always fun to see these people who don't play very much in big tournaments currently. Well, and I
Right.
say that as if there's more than just us and BSL. And sometimes the schedules can get a little funky, but seeing people like Rat, we get G5 playing again tomorrow.
Hmm.
I don't know. I find that pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome, man. And you know, Radley's actually a pretty interesting character in his own right. He doesn't play like most Terrans do, right? He's got his complete selfish style where he loves to focus on micro and funny mechanics. He's not this like sit back and macro up and kill you kind of guy. He's like, I'm gonna play the game the way I want to play it, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, and if you can get away with that in any it's just really good way to play. If you
Oh
get your
yeah,
opponent
yeah.
playing your game, that's really what you want.
He used to play 2v2 with Chuchach back in the day. Chuchach is
Oh,
like another seriously sick Polish gamer. Like
okay.
really talented guys. I highly regard Poland as like the career of Europe. Like they've got so many insanely good players from back in the day.
I mean, today
And
too. That's the
yeah,
crazy
today
part.
too, especially. Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, well, I mean, how many? I feel like, I mean, Julie made it through So there's Polish. Zeros in the round of 16. Rhett. Anyone else coming around recently? Oh, I guess we can talk about it after we get into this game. What do you think?
Yeah, let's focus on this. Jumping right into our game number 1 here. Rhett versus Art of Turtle on Octagon. And spawning in the top right as the green Zerg, Art of Turtle. And his opponent up here in the top left, the man, the myth, the legend on the yellow Zerg. It's Rhett.
All right, we're sharing a top, which is good for Turtle. Obviously, he's going to get that first scout, but
Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice little early game advantage. Let's see what build orders these guys want to go for.
yeah,
There's quite a few different variations you can do in ZVZ. And even if you do get a build order loss, it's not like the game is over, right? Like the game is so micro, the matchup's so micro intensive that even from a build order deficit, you can claw your way back easily enough.
absolutely. And it just takes one Scourge connecting when you don't think it will, or they're just in range to moving shot you down, or the Ling slips in and grabs a drone. There's so much that can
Right.
happen in this matchup.
Yeah, yeah. It can just be as simple as like one little misclick in the Muta Scourge fight, and suddenly it's all over because it's very easy to snowball a small Muta advantage. So even just like a slight positioning error or your Scourge like slightly lagging behind and not properly zoning out their mutas or something,
Yeah.
it's really insane.
And it looks like both players going for macro openers here.
Well, Rhett does love 12 hatch in ZVZ a lot.
Huh. That poor drone.
He used to, yeah, kind of glitched out. He back in the day, he would 12 hatch far more often than most Zergs I know in this mirror, and it seems like he's still on that trend here today. But so's Art of Turtle, also throwing down that hatchery first. So yeah, nice strong macro openings from both sides.
Is this the setup for a Hive ZVZ?
That 1 in 20,000 game might come down. Yeah,
Man can dream, right?
right, right. It can get really spicy as well, like not just Hive, but and not just like Devourers and Plague, like getting like all kinds of shenanigans, like Lurkers under Dark Swarm, and maybe even like Ultralisks to break through it and what have you.
Oh, absolutely. And then you get the crazy math of how many Hydras beat an Ultra. And then
What you
Guardians and
mean you didn't
Devours are
prepare for
flying around
that?
everywhere, and you're like, what the heck?
Yeah. It's funny because like I think Zerg's like the only race where you can't remove a unit from it and the race still be okay. Like say for Protoss, it's you can just get rid of the scout, it's not going to affect anything. For Terran,
Yeah.
you can pretty much just get rid of the ghost, that's not really going to affect anything. But for Zerg, if you do get rid of that Devour, then actually it does kind of make some situations a little bit troublesome.
Yeah, if you get into a game late game ZVP where they still have a lot of Corsairs, it could be a really great way to deal with the group if you're not
Yeah.
getting the good plagues you want and such. But
Well,
and
like
then
on Screaming
especially
Sea, right?
ZVZ. Oh, Screaming
Like
Sea was
when you're
great
going
for
like
that.
Sky Toss, you kind of need Devourers to combat that, you know?
Yeah, any island map will end up seeing Devourers, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. They're not even a good unit, but they're necessary in some situations.
Yeah, it's those acid spores, man. They do. If you can get all 9 stacks on, it's
Mhm.
crazy what you can do to
Oh
units at
yeah,
that point.
yeah. It's really necessary, man. Okay, so Rhett's just coming in here, checking with the Zergling, sees how far the creep has spread on the hatchery, so he knows this is going to be a hatchery first opener. Although it's kind of obvious with the amount of links that he sees as well.
Yeah.
Both players kind of just sitting back and doing their thing, and neither player has made a crazy amount of Zerglings yet. This is like one of the most passive CVZs I've seen in such a long time. It's so rare that you get a game where like both players are happy to just kind of sit back and macro.
Yeah,
Seems like
this is
Rhett's made a
nuts.
few additional links. Go on.
Yeah, it's crazy that both of them are happy to sit back. It does look like Turtle's taking his natural gas first, so he's going to get that gas income advantage pretty quickly compared to Rhett.
Mm.
But Rhett's
Well, it
got
seems like
a lot of lings flooding out right
yeah,
now.
yeah. I was about to say like Rhett's prioritizing a sudden ling flood. He's got good vision with this overlord to see, okay, maybe he's undermade lings a little bit. Couple more pairs pop out now for Art of Turtle. hasn't got the most beautiful of concave setup. So Rhett's going
Oh
to come in here and try
no,
and punish this.
this
This is
isn't
a
good at
pretty good
all.
trade for Rhett. Yeah, I mean, Artatel's in a lot
There's
of trouble now, and
so
he's
many lings here now.
quite slow in making additional lings as well. So he should be able to get a wraparound and punish us to this. Some Radley lings do come out for Artaturtle to help out, but since the production is separated in the main and natural, you can't really stabilize this position. And Artaturtle just GG's out Rhett in the winners match within 5 minutes.
Longest ZVZ we'll see. But yeah, that's the nature of the beast, and it's crazy because Artaturtle had overlords over both hatcheries, and he just didn't respect the link flood.
Right, right. Yeah, man. I mean, that's kind of the hard thing about macroing up in ZVZ is you don't know how safe you actually are. Like the other guy can just suddenly kill you if you're not paying enough attention.
Yeah, it's a dangerous matchup to blink even. The moment
Yeah,
you're not
yeah,
looking is the moment they're gonna jump on you.
pretty much.
All right, we can go ahead and get our second match set up here. Uh, there we go.
And did you
Oh,
say earlier that we got substitution for
yes.
yeah, we got worse instead of bug.
Yeah, unfortunately, Bug was unable to make it, so we have worse. And
Right,
honestly,
right.
it's not the worst trade in the world. But
Oh, I see what he did there.
oh,
Yeah, West is a pretty good player, man. Yeah, he's
yeah,
decent.
I'm very excited because he said he hasn't been playing, so he felt like he would be right around the same MMR strength range. But you know how
Mm.
every player says that.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see
It's like
how
in
it goes.
Dragon Ball Z where like they always hide their power levels and just toy with each other before they actually get serious.
Yes, and then all of a sudden it all breaks loose. But
Yep, yep.
I think this should be.
I hear the in-game sound, but I don't know if the
I will
stream
check
does.
that one when we get into the game. Actually, I wonder. There was something that I think I saw earlier
Oh
that
yeah.
might be broken. So, yeah, give me 1 second here. Oh, I can't check it till we're in game. All right, well, one way to find out.
Yeah, let's get it. All right, guys. The second match of the group gonna be Radley versus WorsT on Octagon. Spawning here in the bottom right, rocking that Terran. It's Radley.
Yeah, game audio just isn't working for some reason. So after we do the intros, I'll get this figured out.
And in the top left, he's not the worst player in the world. It's WorsT on Protoss.
Weird.
Yeah, I think this is going to be an interesting game. I think Radley should be favorite to win. I don't know like what condition WorsT is actually playing lately,
Yeah.
so it's kind of hard to call for me.
It
I think overall Radley slightly would usually be the favorite here.
yeah, I think that I would favor Radley in this game, but
I think it's his worst matchup, but yeah. I think he's a slightly more complete player.
yeah. All right. What the heck? All right. So it looks like Brood War is just being. Thank you, Blizzard, for breaking sound settings at some point because I haven't changed anything and it just isn't working.
Nice, nice. Well,
All
for a
right.
change, I can hear the game sound, so that makes that's a
Yeah.
plus, I guess. Yeah. Well, looks like we're gonna have a
We'll just real quick. I have to relaunch the game, I think, in order to get this fixed.
Both players are gonna be like, eh.
Yeah, it's fine. We're a minute in. If there was ever a point to have something break, it would be now.
Yeah, when they haven't scouted each other and don't know the positions or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's not a bad time to do it, honestly.
But it's so annoying because there's no ability to actually change your audio settings in game. So I have to do it all through Windows. And so when Blizzard doesn't like that, it just breaks. All right. Well, let's find out. Audio. What the heck?
Still got issues?
Yeah, like I can hear it in my ears, and obviously you're able to hear it, but it's just.
Oh, I don't see the stream anymore,
Well,
so
yeah.
I don't hear it.
But for some reason, it's just not coming through.
Right. That's
I.
kind of weird.
I am so lost, and I love Blizzard and Microsoft because both of them, of course, just beautiful. Thanks, thanks to both companies for making products that don't work. Big shout out, love it.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a live broadcast without some kind of sound issues or other stuff, right?
Yeah, it's just crazy that for some reason it's just not working.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
Sorry, chat. This will take just a minute here, hopefully, to get figured out.
Please stand by while we try to connect you.
I wonder. All right, so let me do that. I said to this. Oh, that was loud, but it worked. Okay.
Just blow out your eardrums or something?
No, I blew out Stream's eardrum. Sorry, guys. All right, we've got it figured out. It is, in fact, Windows that is stupid, not
Oh,
Blizzard,
okay.
although I'm still blaming Blizzard because I can.
Yeah, I mean, it's a safe bet to just blame them.
Yeah.
Oh,
All
don't
right.
forget to restream on Discord, by the way.
Yep. Got to get the lobby set up so we can get the players back in, and then I can go over here and share Brood War with you so you can watch. Uh, all right. I do have to change one other setting here real quick. Okay. That should be fine. We'll just have to fix it once we're in game.
Okay.
But we got it. When in doubt, just beat Windows into submission.
Eventually, they're going to make us all move to Windows 11. I don't want that to happen, man.
Dude, you couldn't convince me to move to Windows 11. Windows 10
Yeah,
is bad enough, but I at least know all the issues. It just takes a few minutes to actually work around them.
I'll just do what they usually do and just pull support for it eventually, though.
That's fine. I ran Windows 7 unsupported for long enough. And the other good news is that I know how to take care of my system. so it should
Yeah.
last a little while.
Well, second time's the charm, guys. Jumping into it, Radley versus WorsT on Octagon.
Round 2.
Fight. Spawning here in the bottom right. On that Terran, it's Radley. And his opponent up here in the top left. On Protoss, WorsT.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the black on black on black. Is that bad tiles
Black on
that were
black on black. Yeah, I honestly don't know how to call this game. Funny how they got the exact same spawn.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is the exact same spawn. Like I was busy looking at the technical issues, but I'm pretty sure this is exactly what we just had.
If you pick the race Protoss, it like increases your chances for cross map against Terran by quite a lot, you know.
And that's why you start with Nexus first.
Yeah. Although last time WorsT didn't. WorsT did a Orthodox opening. Let's see if he decides to go for Nexus first this time or not.
I hope he learned from his mistakes and is just gonna drop the Nexus.
Yeah, we'll see. I have a feeling he'll do the same thing though. I don't think it's gonna be a Nexus.
No, WorsT is a pretty box standard player.
Yeah.
I mean, unless it's Litmus, where he has a double gas steel build he does on any Terran he thinks he should beat.
Fair enough, yeah. Yeah, there's going to be that gateway. No Nexus for shenanigans, and a very standard 11 racks here from Radley, as expected.
Yeah, it looks like we're just going to get a standard game. Should go pretty quick, good 2, 3, 4 bases. Get some macro in here.
No.
Basically the opposite of the ZVZ we just watched.
Pretty much, yeah. This could be a totally polar opposite of a game to what we just had.
Well, if we're counting total game time between the re and now, we're almost at the exact same amount of game time.
Alright, let's see if WorsT is going to make a Zealot or not. He should start that in just a second here if he is going to make it, and he's not.
No.
Okay.
Good call.
So this is a good call, yeah, because it's cross map. It's a good call.
All right, the
You
workers
can
should see each other.
optimize. Yeah, you can like optimize for like a 23 Nexus or something if you don't make the Zealot.
Yeah, that's what I would expect out of him. He's gonna try and block the SCV here. That's cheeky. Unfortunately, the probe is on a weight loss diet, and
yeah, too much Ozempic. Well, we got a pretty orthodox game on our hands.
yeah, the players are gonna actually have to play the game.
I mean, knowing Radley, I'm sure he'll do something a little bit spicy later on in the game. I mean, not necessarily lock down ghosts, but you know, he's gonna add his own little flavor into the palette.
We'll get something spicy, but that's down the line a bit.
Mm.
You're gonna start clip farming all the nukes that he's gonna drop today.
Do you remember like the old Pimpus plays with the
Yes.
dropship EMP nuke?
We were actually talking in one of our Discord about there was an old NA. God, we literally just talked about it in Rogues Gallery.
Mm.
And there's a bunch of things that I was talking about I want to bring back, and stuff like Pimpus plays would be great to bring back from old school StarCraft. Player cards. I don't know if you ever were into like WCG and early StarCraft 2, WCS.
I used to watch it, yeah.
They had the trading cards for all the players and casters. I want to make those for IPSL.
They're doing that for ASL now as well. Like you got all the player cards and caster cards for the.
They stole my idea. Those suckers. They just have more resources and we're able to actually do it. I can't believe it.
Yeah. That would be kind of fun though. And it was a 23 Nexus here.
Yep.
From WorsT. Coming in with a Vulture, there's a Pro blocking the ridge. Kind of bugs out the Vulture for a little bit here until he can manually move command up here. And he actually does get in before the Dragoon's ready. Could circle around the gas here and we get a couple of probes. That'd be nice. Good pylon block there to stop this Vulture doing too much damage.
Oh, it took too long to shoot. That probe survived.
Yeah. Now, There's some people that are in the. Whoa, we need to repair that bunker. Yeah, he's got a couple of SCVs on the way. It's dangerously close, though. He stops building the
One
CC.
SCV is not enough.
Oh! Big mistake from Radley. He's in a lot of trouble now. WorsT can put on the pressure. It's a shame he was so close to keeping that bunker alive. Just not quite.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you need one SCV per Dragoon, and one SCV total is not enough.
Nope, it doesn't math.
Thankfully,
He's got a
tanks
tank
out.
though. Yeah, but is that a third Dragoon showing up? That is enough to dive on this.
And dive,
Ooh,
he will.
Here he goes. Yeah, 3 volleys to kill this tank. Does get the execution order on that, and there's hardly any DPS in this bunker presently, so he's kind of just letting his Dragoons suffer some damage to kill a few SCVs as well. Really damaging for the Terran to weather this amount of blows right off the get-go. WorsT has got to be feeling pretty good about himself.
Yeah, whenever you lose your first tank, that just feels so bad.
Yeah. He has got 2 goons very low HP though, so who knows? Like Radley could maybe poke out here with like 3 tanks and try and snipe the low HP goons or something.
Yeah, WorsT is positioning like he wants to do something crazy, push and try and grab the bunker, maybe another tank, but
no way. There's no way he's going in again. I promise you, there's no way he's going in again.
I don't know. I talked to the guy. I don't know. He's a Protoss. There's not exactly a whole lot going on upstairs, you know?
Maybe I'm giving him too much benefit of the doubt here. But I think Radley should challenge with 3 tanks.
Yeah,
he's going to kill the. He's going to kill the Chrysalis first. Now he's got 4 tanks, so I think he definitely should poke out here before the rally points show up from WorsT, but maybe he won't.
3 more goons and an observer showing up.
It is pretty common for like Terrans to get a bit too passive after they've taken early damage, and they kind of like, they're just in like crisis management mode. They don't actually think about, oh, I've got a little timing window I could poke out here, you know? That kind of tends to not come into their brain as often as it should.
Yeah, they're more worried about, I lost SCVs, I lost my first tank, I gotta sit back.
Right. It's gonna be a 5 tank push instead. Like, this is fine as well. I like this timing. This could do a lot. He's got a few Marines to tank, but not as many as he probably should have at this stage in the game. And WorsT has the high ground, so he immediately kills the tank, goes for the second. Radley in a little bit of trouble here. Almost lost the second tank. Does manage to pull it back and keep it alive for the time being, but WorsT looking pretty good. Oh, I don't like this siege at all. This is not a good idea. He's gonna lose all of his tanks on.
No. And the patient Protoss gets the tanks.
Oof. That was an ill-advised siege, to say the least.
That's not ideal. Oh, beautiful split.
Yeah, and he's got a 3rd base on the way behind this, does WorsT. And killing that many tanks this early, you're feeling on top of the world as Protoss, right? Like, there's just not much the Terran can really do about this for quite some time. He has got a Wraith out in case there was going to be some fairly early Shuttle Reaver play, but I don't think WorsT needs to do anything in this game besides macro up now.
He's going to try some Shuttle Reaver play, it looks like, but this is going to be the one thing that's going to go right for Radley, is this shuttle getting destroyed by a Wraith.
If he chooses to commit with it.
That's true.
Yeah, I think he will more likely keep this Reaver as like a sandbagging ability to stop the Terran from advancing, either to do a 2-base timing or to take their 3rd. Yeah. It's going to be a 5 factory, it looks like, from Radley. But after losing that many tanks, your like viable timings have kind of gone out the window. It's probably safer just to try and take a 3rd behind this.
Yeah, but the problem is on Octagon that the 3rd base choice sucks. Like you can try and take this 5-patch mineral base, or you can really have to extend, because you really need to hold this high ground over here if you want to take 6 o'clock. Same for 3 o'clock, you gotta hold up here basically.
If he didn't lose those tanks, he could. Ooh, the Reaver does come in. I don't know where the Wraith is right now. Doesn't actually shut it down. Ooh, pretty big Reaver Scarab connection. There's the Wraith finally to clean this up. Needs to get this Shuttle and Reaver out of dodge. Running to the safety of those Dragoons. Is he going to save it?
Oh, the Wraith didn't fire, so it survives. Just long enough.
Oh, man. That's crazy. He probably could have killed that.
Yeah, that should have died.
Oh, I think the Reaver just died anyway.
Oh, well. Got it.
Got him.
Oh, Battle Probe
Oof.
also gets leveled.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's a nice little pickup there for Radley. Definitely making up some of the difference from losing those 5 tanks earlier.
Yeah. Only 4 SCVs. You kill the Reaver, you kill the shuttle. Definitely not the worst trade I've ever seen a Terran take for that.
No, not at all. Looks like some leg enhancements are ready for WorsT as well. This is a pretty early leg enhancement timing. Maybe worried about the push coming out from Radley, but didn't even really need to shut that down with leg enhancements because he did such a good job of killing the tanks initially with the 5 tank push. Either way, it's good to have those leg enhancements online in case there was any shenanigans.
All right, scan forward. Ooh. Try and get mines down around the goons, keep them boxed in, maybe hopefully get a few kills.
Yeah, it's not a bad boxing attempt here. Tanks are a little bit lagging behind to come in and punish. He is going to be killing a trio of these goons, maybe even 4. That's not bad at all. Well, let's see if Radley can make something happen here. Like, there is a chance that he can actually beat WorsT with this push if WorsT was, you know, a bit too comfortable and kind of getting a little bit complacent in this game. This is quite a lot of tanks.
Yeah, we don't have that many zealots, to be totally honest. Donate a tank, but
he's mining his own tank. Oh gosh.
Yeah, this is gonna end poorly.
Okay, pretty big mine drag. Reaver Scarab connections are good as well. All the tanks are gonna die.
Oh, so
That's
much product died, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah. This is still favoring WorsT ever so slightly here in this game.
Yeah, if you train an army like that in this position, it's 100% Protoss favored, really.
Yeah, there's not much you can really do about that as Terran. I guess you can try and overwhelm with a Vulture raid, because like if they made like a big round of Zealots, sometimes you can come in here and bully them a little bit, but the Reaver's still alive, so that ability is kind of diminished.
Yeah.
WorsT hasn't taken a 4th base just yet, so I guess he's not growing too much. That might help out Radley. He's taking I think he's putting a 3rd CC now to float over in just a moment.
Yeah, it's almost done. He's just moved his starport. I was like, did he make a second one?
Yeah, WorsT should be able to run over Radley's attempt. This Reaper's actually being quite annoying outside of the range of that cannon. Needs to rotate over there with a Dragoon or something to save that. It looks like Vultures are coming to the high ground area as well. They could maybe start working on this pylon wall.
Yeah. Oh. Express Goon delivery service.
Yeah, I think WorsT had Prime.
Yeah. Alright,
okay, well,
break that, hopefully.
They'll break it, but how do you actually deal with WorsT army though? Like, it's getting a little bit scary, and we've already thrown away so many tanks in this game.
Yeah, it's not a great spot for Terran. It's not. He's gonna try and take this mineral only now. Try and break the 3rd base. If he does somehow break the 3rd base here, which is the greatest somehow ever. But if he does somehow do it,
if he breaks this,
yeah,
it's insane. No, I just don't see that happening.
I mean, there's a world where maybe he clears out enough probes that the base is rendered useless for a little bit, but I don't see that being likely.
Yeah, WorsT doing a cleanup on R5 here. You can see that like Radley likes going for, you know, special tactics and guerrilla style warfare and trying to do a lot with a little, but he probably would have been better off just like building a dropship and dumping 4 Vultures in the main or something.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Well, he's got his 3 bases mining. He's got something to work with here.
Yeah.
He could double down, try and go all the way up into like 8, 9 factories worth of production, and just try and get as close to maxed out as possible. Or he could try and translate this into a fourth base, but I'm not too sure about this move. I'm not so sure about moving out right now here for Radley. I think this is a very big mistake.
And this map is so easy for the Protoss just to pounce on your army in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, WorsT doesn't have a lot of units here, but he's got just enough to clear this out.
Yeah, that's all he needs. Unfortunately, that's basically
Yeah.
all Radley has.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that move out timing there from Radley. That didn't make a lot of sense to me. Well, WorsT has a fourth base now. A couple of shuttles going into the main base. There's not a lot of turrets here, remember, so got one single Wraith to try and help out here. And they're not even going to target down the shuttles right away, so big connections with these Scarabs starting to chew away at the economy of the Terran.
Yeah, what little economy there is.
Yeah. I mean, if Radley doesn't tap out soon, like, this game is going to be like death by 1,000 cuts. Like, it's going to be such a hard, arduous task to come back in here. If he kept those units alive and got a fourth base online, throw down some extra factories, maybe this game would look a little bit different. But now WorsT should be able to run over him. Got a couple of High Templars with this army as well. Can sacrifice the Zealots charging through the minefields to try and break through here. Hardly any tanks for the Terran as well, yeah. And Sonic Storm is just icing on the cake. Yeah, hardly.
He stormed a tank. It's like, cool.
It wasn't there like a joke Pimpus plays where they like showed a player storming a floating engineering bay at one point?
I don't remember that specifically, but that sounds hilarious.
It was like an ironic Pimpus play. I think the guy actually flew the eBay away afterwards as well. Like he was scared of the storm.
Oh no, don't storm it.
I want to find that clip at some point.
It's a game full of history, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, Rat versus WorsT.
Yeah.
Be interesting. I mean, poor WorsT, but this should be interesting.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think Rhett's gonna skin him alive and make a little outfit out of WorsT to wear. But maybe not. Maybe WorsT can play a good game here.
I don't know if I want to wear Protoss.
Oh yeah. I guess that's a factor too.
Yeah, you have to like, then you have to have Protoss on you, and it's like, well, what's the point of showering? You know?
True.
All right. Let's go ahead and get the winners match going here. We are crushing this group today.
Yeah. We got best of threes from this point onwards. Don't forget, guys. No more best of ones. Got like the ASL round of 16 format here in the round of 24. A little bit different.
Yeah, it's. I think. I don't know. I'm a best of three enjoyer. You know.
I do enjoy how volatile best of ones are, and it kind of like has, possibilities of like underdogs breaking out of the group and what have you. But if you want to see just some really good games of StarCraft, best of threes are usually the way to go.
Yeah, that's a big truth. And that's why I would never do all best of threes in this kind of format. Because you want to give like a chance for something spicy to happen, I guess is the best way of putting it.
Right, yeah. And spicy builds and best of ones is like where it's at.
Yeah.
Best time for them.
And now we get to see who actually paid attention to my message. Who actually knows generators, the map, and what to do on it.
Yeah. We've talked about it before. It's kind of like a Frankenstein of like 76 circuit breakers and attitude. You got the stack mineral patches that are hallucinated in the main base at the start, so it kind of opens up the build order range a lot. Cheesing's not as good because you sacrificing workers to like build proxy buildings kind of hurts you rather than helps you.
Yeah, I am So obviously I wanted it to be a macro map from the start, right? I
Mm.
am genuinely impressed how bad cheesing is on this map, though.
It does make sense why it is bad, though. You kind of do have to do something insane, like a 4 pull or a 5 pull, to actually get something going.
Yeah, it's and five pool I think is the only cheese we've seen work on this map.
Right, right.
So I mean, I don't know. I'm
Well,
curious.
because of the stack minerals, 9 hatch is viable, which also means that gateway expand is worse on this map.
Yeah,
The reason why that is because if you do 9 hatch, you can make 4 pairs of lings all at once, right as they're running into your base with a zealot. So those 8 lings
yeah,
easily surround and gobble up that first zealot. It times out nicely for the Zerg.
yeah. It's very good, and I'm kind of curious. We've seen a lot of Zergs play on this map. I think we just have a lot of Zergs this season. And so we've kind of settled into a meta of like, oh, 9 hatch, or if you're greedy, 10 hatch. But we
Yeah,
haven't really seen Protoss or Terran settle into like a very specific map build.
right.
So I'm curious to see what we get from WorsT.
Yeah, let's see what he's got for us, guys. We're jumping into it right now. The winners match: WorsT versus Ret. Game number 1, Generator. Spawning here in the top right. On Protoss, it's WorsT.
Oh, bad probe.
And in the opposing corner, down in the bottom left, on Zerg, Ret. So what do you reckon? We're going to see that 9 hatch, or maybe Ret just doesn't even think about that
I
possibility here?
I don't know how much Rhett has kept up. So I've talked
True.
with a few Zergs about it. Like, oh yeah, it seems like everyone's doing this or that. Like, I've talked with a few of them, but I don't know how much Rhett interacts with everyone. I don't personally interact with him nearly as much, so I don't know how much he talks to like Hawk and all them. So I don't know if he knows the
By the way,
meta.
one of the nicer guys in the Brood War community is Ret.
Oh yeah, I've only heard good things about him. It's just I need
Yeah,
to
yeah,
talk with
yeah.
him more because he seems like a great guy.
He's like the Zerg White Ra, you know?
Ah, that's the
Both
highest
players having a little
compliment
bit of a
I've
hard
heard.
time with this. Yeah, a little bit of a hard time splitting from both players. Seems like not many people are comfortable with that, transitioning from the hallucinated minerals to the regular line. Both players struggling. And look at this from Ret.
9-10.
He's built. Look at this. Yeah, we've got a 9-10 in base 2 gate versus a hatchery going down at the 3rd location right off the bat. This could get interesting.
All right. Well, I was told Radley would be our spicy player, but apparently these two have other plans to take that title.
I mean, the fact that he's building it in the main base as well is very spicy, because like you open up the opportunity to do like a tech transition from this as well. It's not so
Yeah.
good if you do want to expand, obviously. So I'm curious how he's going to follow this up after the initial damage comes out.
Yeah, I'm very curious why he did it in main base. Obviously, you'll have people who will do it like pylon, gateway, gateway type style.
Yeah, that's what they were doing a lot in like the Fighting Spirit era, like kind of translating a slight proxy 2 gate into an expansion eventually.
Oh, that drone gave it away. That or it's pathing.
Yeah.
Either way, now WorsT knows. But
This is good for WorsT, the fact that this first hatchery is so far away from the main. Like, on the one
yeah,
hand, it's going to make it tricky to get the lings all grouped up from both of the production areas, but also now he has, like, different targets he could go for. I'm pretty curious what this Zealot is doing on the
I think he set
right-hand
one
side.
to each base, and then just hasn't grouped this one back in yet. Yeah, there
Oh,
it
he's
is.
just now noticed.
Get back
That might
here.
actually hurt him a lot. That actually might hurt WorsT a lot that he did that.
Yeah. So the one thing that'll be good for Ret here is that you'll be able to bring in links from both angles. So if you kind of plant the zealots on the ramp. Well, yeah, we're definitely gonna be playing around the ramp. So this is
Yeah. The shield battery is taking it to the next level here. Rhett's going to be on a bit of a timer to start cleaning this up very quickly. And a lot of Zealots are starting to stream across the map. This could get very dangerous for Rhett. It's going to be very hard to stabilize this.
Yeah, WorsT needs to also keep something at home, though, because we do see Lings are trying to go across at the reinforcements.
Yeah.
And if
But he's forced the Sunken in the main. So now he needs to go after the hatcheries.
Yeah.
Also need to make sure we don't take damage in our own main base. Got one Zealot on the ramp, but the second one is delayed, so these 4 Lings could get us around on this Zealot.
WorsT, micro, please.
Oh, gets a little bit of damage on the Slings as they pop out, and now he's starting to pressure the 9 o'clock hatchery as well. So WorsT is basically doing what he should do, but he's also splitting his forces here.
He droned up here while
That's
everything
pretty
else
crazy, yeah.
We sacrificed the shield batteries the whole ramp.
WorsT is in trouble.
WorsT,
Yeah, WorsT is in trouble now, yeah. He didn't get the hatchery, and he's losing all of his Zealots. And this hatchery will live long enough.
But yeah, I don't think it's worth.
Yeah, I mean, and also Rhett, if he wants to, could float an Overlord into the main base of WorsT and use a drone drill on the ramp if there's Zealots on the ramp and just go for the kill.
You'd also mine out these minerals too if you have more space to get up there.
Yeah, that's also a viable option.
Alright.
Well, a lot of Lings coming across the map now. Let's see if Rhett wants to pull the trigger on trying to win the game right here and now or not. Check the ramp.
Yeah,
5 Zealots. Pretty beefy. Pretty beefy.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna try and shuffle around the Zealots a little bit, get them in more optimal positions, although still keeping the low HP one in front. What are we doing WorsT?
Yeah, this guy might need to go to the back line. He's
fine. It's kind of like how combat was like historically, where you had like the front line of infantry that would just end up getting exhausted.
Yeah.
That's one thing that Romans did well, was, you know, like having a more like a fluid formation, kind of like a checkered box formation, so they could cycle out troops on the front line quicker and basically outlast their opponents.
I mean, this is the era of battles taking, you know, all day, if not over multiple days. So you had to be able to cycle your army in and out, really.
If you're wearing a bunch of heavy armor and you're, you know, swinging big metal around, probably wouldn't even take like 10 minutes to start getting really tired on the front line.
Yeah, they were built a little bit better than we are, though, I think. Maybe. The only thing I'm swinging around on the front line is a Subway sandwich.
Fair enough. Well, I've got some macro transitions coming out from Rhett. He's got 3 bases worth of economy versus a 1 base Protoss. So WorsT is going to have to do something real fast to actually make this viable.
Yeah, he's just going to go 5 hatch Hydra from here. That should be very doable.
Yeah. Basically, Rhett just has to slow him down.
Yeah, I think there's a good window here when WorsT goes to expand and actually take the bait.
Oh, that is interesting. He's doing 1 base Reaver.
Yeah, if you can get the Hydras over here, though, and you just pounce in here as the Nexus goes down, try and cancel it, kill the army.
Yeah, I think Rhett's going to be okay either way. I think the Reaver is a nice touch, but it's a little bit slow as well.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to get... Unless it just flies in and kills an entire mineral line or 2, or ideally all 3. I don't see it being the way back into the game for WorsT.
Well, even if you do kill like a whole mineral line of drones, like there's so many hatcheries, you can, you know, resaturate that, and you're still slow on your own expansion timing. So relatively, it's still pretty good for the Zerg.
Yeah, he's probably gonna have to kill all 3 mineral lines for it to actually be worth it. But
well, at least 2, yeah.
That's asking a fair amount, especially on this one where the minerals are broken across the gap.
Right.
Oh, he's crazy. Man, this actually nuts.
I mean, Wretch obviously knows about this because he saw that there's no more units in the natural anymore for WorsT, so he's going to pull all of these Zerglings back. He's already got a pretty hefty count of Hydra.
Yeah, this
I just
army's not even that good.
know. Yeah, I don't know what to think about this.
I do, and it's nothing good though. It's all bad.
I've tried to find like diplomatic ways of saying it, and I'm struggling. This is not optimal play from WorsT, to say the least here.
Maybe there'll be a solar flare that flips a bit on Rhett's computer. And he
Oh yeah,
back.
maybe. Yeah, I guess some neutrinos helping out there a little bit.
Yeah. Well, all right. Here comes the Reaver.
Okay.
All
well,
right.
if Rhett just move commands into him, maybe he can win this fight.
This fight's going on the top because the Hydra's kind of split along this area. Top's kind of getting cleaned up, and the bottom's got the Reaver to worry about.
No, Reaver's very low, but it is alive, so that's something. There's maybe a tiny glimmer of hope here for WorsT if he's got insane unit control and Rhett doesn't ever click on the Reaver. Oh, there it goes.
I'm saying his win chance went up to about 1% after that fight, and then it immediately died as I was about to say it. Aww.
It's kind of like reliant on Rhett, like not even clicking on the Reaver ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a bit of a rough one. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he just didn't know what to do on that map, you know?
It is definitely a weird map. So, I mean, it's hard to fault someone for losing on Generator, but,
right.
You know, we'll see what he gets him.
Right.
Obviously, he earned map pick from that, so now he can pick something. He's going to pick match point, it looks like here. Oh.
It's not a bad map. It's actually quite brutal for PvZ. It's like one of those maps where it's like easy to have a grueling game where it's on a knife's edge and both players are effectively getting mined out, which can suit the Protoss more than the Zerg.
Yes, if you can get your Templar up and your Storm out, then the game's really yours for quite some time because it's so hard to get a fourth base going.
Yeah, you can play a good battle Zerg on it where you try and contain the Protoss on 3 base and never let them get a third gas, but yeah, it doesn't always work out for you when you try and go for that player Zerg.
Yeah. Well, I guess we're going to find out pretty quickly here.
Yeah.
Waiting on our players to ready up. All right. Here we go.
All right, guys. Hope you're ready for it. The IPSL Group E Round of 24 winners match. Game 2, WorsT versus Rhett on match point. And spawning here in the bottom left. Needs to win 2 games in a row now. It's WorsT. And his opponent 1-0 up in this series and feeling on top of the world in the top right, Rhett.
Almost making it out. I think you just got to win this and then one quick interview. And
yeah. I was not surprised at all with the prospect of, having this guy smash through this group.
Yeah. No, it's definitely the expected outcome. It's very interesting to have WorsT in the winners match. I think that's a little spicy compared to what we were predicting.
Right.
We'll see. I think there's still. Oh, you go.
I was gonna say I think that game that we saw between WorsT and Radley could have gone very different as well. So it'd be kind of curious to see a best of 3 between WorsT and Radley and see if there's some different range of play that can happen.
There's definitely a world where they're both in the deciders match, and I would assume it's this world that we're in currently, because that sounds like the most likely outcome.
Yeah.
Okay, no, it's a 9-pool extractor trick.
Yeah. Yeah, some old school players like this, they like doing the 9-pool extractor trick.
Yeah, it's pretty popular. What surprises me is how much back and forth there is on if extractor tricking is worth it or not.
Well, I
Like,
think if you go 9 pool, it's okay. I think it's slightly better as long as you're like very quick with what drone you send to build the gas and how quickly you get that drone back to mining on an optimal patch and what have you.
yeah, it's just it feels like over the last 5, 6 years when I've talked to pros, like pros Zerg, like Striker and them, it's always like, well, it's kind of not worth it. And then a new meta comes around. Okay, it's more worth it in this meta. Okay, now it's maybe not worth it. And it's like, all right, what are the advantages? Like, the extractor trick is consistent. Like, is it worth it or not? you know?
Mm. Well, Cannon started round about the right time here. I think this was like a 12 forge for WorsT.
Yeah.
So it'll be just about to finish up as the Lings are running in. Might want to body block with a few more probes to make sure there's no run by potential. Here they come now.
The boys are here.
So yeah. I mean, 5 probes should be enough, but he pulled a 6th probe. That was a little bit unnecessary, so he sends that one back. And he does finish things up.
Yeah, I think he pulled 5 probes, not thinking about the one that he had there already. I was like, wait
Yeah,
a minute.
maybe that. Yeah, that happens to a lot of players.
All right.
He's going to attack his own buildings to force a hold position.
Yep. All right, good scouting. We do have 3 bases coming on up here for Rhett. Taking 12 o'clock. Good luck.
Yeah, it's a little bit greedy. It's a little bit greedy, but
Yeah.
it's good if it pays off.
It's just such a hard base to hold.
It is very hard. But if you do take the mineral only, you are kind of locking yourself into a very Hydra-centric mid-game. So it kind of limits your options a lot. So I don't mind being a little bit greedy here and trying to get away with the 3rd gas.
Especially with the layer going up in the natural, and WorsT not looking for it at all.
But he should be suspicious of it since he hasn't seen the layer start. Like,
Yeah, but
there's
the
no
Lings are
den
coming
there,
in to
so
stop him from seeing it now.
yeah, he should be able to assume this, but you're right in that he doesn't have total confirmation. Like, theoretically, he could have started a den in his natural, right?
Yeah. You don't. That's the crazy thing about Zerg is you don't really know what you're up against unless you see it. And when you see it, you still don't know because Zerg is the best race for tech switching. Oh, but it makes it through with no health left.
Yeah, it gets the confirmation scout. It's a little bit of a feel-good moment. You can make the assumption that this is what the Zerg's doing, but you do never know for sure unless you actually see it, like you're saying. So important to confirm that. Like, you only want to assume if you have to, you know?
Yeah. I wonder if we'll ever see WorsT commit to its 2nd Stargate.
Please no. Please no. Like, the only player I don't mind doing that is Bisu, and even he, like, flops with that build. So yeah, let's stop going to Stargate, please, guys.
It's a fun build. It's just it requires you to put all of your effort into the Corsairs, and nobody knows how to do that well.
And most people aren't good with the micro at like flicking with the Corsairs to kill Scourge and what have you. It's just not ideal. I think the Koreans call that the V micro.
Really?
So I guess the Corsair moves in the shape of the V a little bit or something. I don't know exactly why.
So it's similar to like the Valk micro.
Kind of. Similar to, obviously the execution's different, but it's a similar concept, I guess. Okay, well, a bit of a cross tech here from Rare.
Yep.
The den isn't that early, but it's early enough that theoretically he could try and do a Hydra bust rather than a Muta Scourge play.
With the Corsair coming in, it does see that. Oh, okay, he does see this 3rd base.
Yeah. The strength of the cross tech, which basically Soma popularized recently, and now a lot of Zergs are copying it, is the Protoss just doesn't know what you're doing because you can do both.
Exactly.
Like you can go pre-storm Hydra Burst, or you can go for Mute a Scourge, like crazy amounts of Ogre Zerg gamer moves straight into the main and overrun the Protoss. Or you could just do a normal macro build. Like, you can pretty much do whatever you want from that position. So the Protoss player is guessing, and he can't move out to scout you until he's got, like, 6 Corsairs of +1, which is too late by then. So you kind of have to use a DT to scout.
And it forces Protoss to be reactive and just prep for everything. He's got to get cannons up in the mineral line. He's got to keep up Corsair production. Because if he doesn't, and you have mutas, he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, it looks like it's going to be Hydra.
Well, yeah, let's see. I have a feeling this is going to be a macro variation. I don't think this is going to be a pre-storm timing. I think this is just a normal macro game configuration from Ret.
Yeah, it feels very Battle Zerg-y in terms of what he's got set up currently.
Well, Battle Zerg is pretty good on this map, so I won't be surprised at all if he wants to just control this high ground peninsula area over the mineral only of WorsT. I'd just keep him locked on 2 gas the entire game.
It's a very good strategy. It's like we were saying, what's good one way is good another. You lock your opponent out of that 3rd gas.
Yeah. And he's got access to his own 3rd gas from the get-go, so yeah, he can make tons of lurkers and that kind of good stuff.
Yeah. I guess we'll see here. The Corsair production's still pumping. The big thing that you've got to be careful about if you do this kind of tech switching is that if you force out 5-6 Corsairs and then just never respond to the fact that you force them out, they just delete all your overlords.
That's true. Yeah, that could happen. We've got a pretty big Zealot squad moving over to the 12 o'clock position. No Sunken here and just 5 Hydras.
But there's no way to get in there.
WorsT gonna yeah, it's a very tight choke point. You kind of have to give it up. I mean, it would be nice if WorsT could force a trade there, but Sim City is just too strong versus Protoss sometimes. Like, just a tight little choke and suddenly a few Hydras can hold off a whole horde of Zealots.
Comes in here. Caesar's only a control group of Hydras. There's not that much. So it's definitely going to go a little bit longer.
Yeah, it looks like he's powering up to about 2.5 control groups of Hydra, and then while he's taking his 4th, and now he's going to power up a lot more Hydra. This does look very Battle Zerg to me.
Yeah. Well, DT's going to catch a transferring drone. A lot's coming here, but the Hydra's popped just in time, and Overlord speed is done, so...
That's a nice pickup for Ret. One less thing you got to worry about.
Yeah. Overlord speed is so good if they have Corsairs. Just, you get away from everything. They can't catch you.
Now, usually you delay saturating the 4th base as Zerg to make sure you're in control of the game. I'm curious how quickly he's going to make drones for that. He's got a couple there now. Maybe he's transferring. Probably feels like he's in a good enough position he can get away with it right off the bat. That's a nice storm, though. A lot of those Hydras are getting low. Yeah, Ret's got to be careful not to overextend here. He wants to try and bully these High Templars and get on top of them. Can he get a few kills? Not really picking them up and sacrificing the Hydras to do so. Now, because he's making lurkers, WorsT could just challenge these Hydras on the ground. He should be.
We have one storm here, though. He's got to be careful.
Yeah, he kind of lost his window to punish the Hydra a little bit. Now the lurkers are out. He's going to have to back up again.
He forks out a few of them to try and pull the Zerg apart, but they just ended up getting pulled back in. He lets them sit there for a minute.
Yeah, and it's like Ret's had plenty of time to saturate this 4th base, so he's in a pretty phenomenal position, but he doesn't have a strong force of Zerg containing the Protoss right now. He's going to have to find a window to make a ton more lurkers, because at the moment he's got the Protoss contained, but those 3 lurkers will not last long. As soon as there's observers and dragoons out, suddenly that container will easily get broken, so he's going to have to power up like a madman now.
We're getting all of our upgrades here. We've already got 1-1, so versus just +1 for the Hydra Lurker. He is checking around, though, looking both for these Zealots and for potential bases, and he finds the Zealot.
That's a really good catch. Like, usually you want units out on the map just existing as Protoss to, like, keep the Zerg from just running it down on you and containing you with everything. You want them to always be, like, worried about run-bys and stabs into your mineral lines and that kind of good stuff. But
Yeah.
in this case, every time he's getting some Zealots out on the map, Ret is finding them and cleaning them up.
Yeah, Red is definitely on top of that. We pulled back the lurkers, though. I like this one hidden behind the minerals.
It's very cheeky, yeah. It's going to hide there for ages until finally WorsT expands and try and get some probes for free.
Yeah.
Well, he'll probably wait until he's got about 1.5 groups of goons to start pushing out. He's almost at that level now. Yeah, I think he's just about there now, so he can start coming out.
I'd love to see a couple more High Templars in this army. We don't have Khydaran Amulets, so the 8 Storms is nice, but there's a lot of Hydras at this point.
There is. Yeah, it's interesting because, like, Ret's decided to not even bother containing. He's just holding his high ground instead.
Yeah.
It's still a strong play, but it's risky because obviously the 12 o'clock is way more exposed. Oh my gosh, he's just bleeding all of his Corsairs off. That's not ideal.
That had to have been intentional, right?
Sure,
right?
buddy. Whatever helps you sleep at night.
I don't think anything about this year is going to help me sleep at night. Well, as a Zerg player, you know, maybe. But
yeah, well, it's going to take his third base super late in this game. It's going to be hard for WorsT to challenge this high ground. I think it'd be better if he pressured the 12 o'clock.
There's only 2 lurkers on the ramp, though. Not that he can see that, especially with one of them covered by the Overlord. But
yeah, it's a little bit surprising, actually, that he's not got more lurkers at this point. Well, he's got 3 over here, 4 over here. Okay. It's actually a lot tougher to break then.
Yeah. Overlord everywhere on this map. Like we have vision of every movement path basically for Ret.
Ret's almost maxed out on. This is getting crazy, the amount of teal we're seeing on the mini map.
Yeah. A maxed out Zerg is not something the Protoss wants to see.
It is very hard to control this Zerg army, but it's still very scary.
Yeah. Oh, we're just gonna send it. First storm, uninspiring. Second storm.
Well, he should be faking an attack and forcing the Zerg to engage him, and then just storming and pulling back.
I think he wants to overstay his wall.
While taking a fall. I guess he's got some more storm though. Maybe he feels emboldened. He's still got 2 High Templars with reasonably high energy, so
yeah.
As long as he can stay here with some storm, it's okay. It's just that when you dry up on storm, you have to start thinking about pulling back. But looks like he's trading pretty good.
Actually gonna take the high ground.
That's kind of nuts. Like, he hasn't even used all his storm, so he can stay for as long as he wants, as long as he's got like a few, you know, cards up his sleeve.
He's got one more storm in the pocket, way in the back here. Dark
I'm actually really
out.
surprised.
Those are drying up, but they're still here.
Yeah, and storm is killing defilers as well as units now. This is a really high value. Obviously, the Darkspawn clouds will nullify the Dragoon's potential, so probably should pull back now, WorsT, before you throw away all of your Dragoons.
Yeah, it looks like we're getting a little low here. There's mass amounts of Lings coming out here to try and stop this. I played the campaign. I know Lings are good against Dragoons.
I mean, this wasn't a bad fight at all from WorsT, honestly.
No, that went surprisingly well. Brett, who was, you know, 180 plus supply, nearly maxed out, dropped right down to 120.
The only problem is that WorsT only just now started that 6 o'clock base. If he had started that Nexus during that fight or before the fight, this would be way better for him. He really desperately needs a third gas at all costs.
This lurker's still vibing. I also think a big issue here for WorsT is that he didn't break anything. Like, all he did was trade out some army, which is good. Obviously, it put him in a good supply position, but he hasn't actually stopped Ret from expanding. That's what he's going to try and do here at 12 o'clock. But
yeah,
I don't know if he has
and Ret knows Rhett knows that he's only just now taking this base at 6 o'clock, so even though a counterattack is tempting, it's actually not a great idea to try and counterattack while the Protoss is up here. It's probably better to meet the Protoss.
Yeah.
And he is kind of pulling WorsT away from that base, which was very undefended when WorsT was up in that position. I think he could have just broke it, actually.
Oh, that was a storm.
That was pretty juicy. I think we got a massive probe transfer down to the 6 o'clock now. Not that much defending it, though. One single defiler coming over here with a Dark Swarm Cloud, and suddenly that base is overrun.
Yeah, I'm surprised Brett's just letting this happen. I guess he's too focused on everything else. Ooh.
Yeah, well, he's probably a little bit rusty, not playing his like absolute pinnacle play, you know, so just wants to make sure he doesn't let any of his fundamentals slip too much.
Alright, nice little storm drop. The shuttle's not going to survive, though. If you keep going this way. Oh, I guess there's quite literally nothing that shoots up over here.
There's a few Hydras, but not before getting stormed, it seems. Luckily, the other High Templar not quite ready to storm yet, so it doesn't take too much damage. And Rhett is in a very comfortable position. Like, the Protoss is in so much trouble.
Yeah, I mean, look at Rhett's bank. Alright, we're going to transfer a bunch of stuff down here. And yeah, WorsT sees the storm and just GG's.
Wow. Rhett's just so good, man. Like, I bet you he's not even been playing that much. He's still at this level.
It's incredible. Well, you know what? Why don't we ask him?
Yeah, we can do that.
All right. We'll get him in here. We can talk to him, pick his brain, see what he thinks about his walk over basically into the round of 16.
Walk over. Oh my god, you're throwing some shade.
I mean, he made it look that easy, man.
True. Yeah, it wasn't so much that the other players were bad, it was just that Rhett was that good.
Yeah, no, obviously, you know, Art of Turtle, good player, WorsT, good player. So don't want to make it seem like they were easy, but just the skill level he showed was nuts. All right, here he is. Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Brett?
I'm doing good. Thank you. How are you?
Yeah, we're doing pretty good today, buddy. You
Congrats.
played absolutely exceptionally well today, Rhett. How much have you been practicing as of late?
As of late, like the last month or so, I have not played too much, but I was quite active earlier this year and the end of last year, so.
Yeah. The last I heard from you, you were talking about how like your motivation kind of comes in waves where you feel like really motivated to play for a couple of weeks and then it wanes again. Is that still the same for you?
Yeah, it's kind of always been like that with me for the last 25 years or so. Yeah, not much is different.
Yeah, okay. Well, what was your thought processes going into this group? Did you have anything planned in mind, or were you just kind of just freestyling your usual macro games, or how were you feeling?
Yeah, I was just kind of playing my standard stuff, except for the first map against WorsT. I didn't really know about that map. I didn't know what to expect. Right. But I think I got pretty lucky that it was cross position, so his build ended up pretty unfavorably against me.
Yeah, you also had like one Zealot that kind of like was still running to the bottom right and took him a while to grab it again, so his timing was even slower than it should have been cross map. So maybe got a little bit lucky there, but you still did a good job of it. A lot of players seem to not quite vibe with Generator in terms of knowing what to do. It seems like 9hatch is actually really good on that map.
Yeah, you get a lot of money early, so I was actually thinking about 9hatching. I think it would have been good, but then again, I was kind of expecting him to just Forge Expand, so I thought 9hatch wouldn't be that great against that.
True.
Definitely an option.
Let me ask you, Rhett, like, what about StarCraft specifically do you enjoy so much and like gives you the surge of motivation to come and play it once in a while?
I think just the fact that the skill ceiling is so incredibly high, and whenever you pick up the game again, everything comes back to me like really naturally, because I've played it since I was a teenager, so it's been a really long time now. And just the fact that I can always pick it up and try to improve at some specific thing is really nice. If I want to improve my mutas, I can really hyperfixate on that. If I want to have like perfect macro and drone production and like tons of hatcheries, I can work on that. If I want to just work on micro, I can work on that. So there's always something new to learn, no matter how long I've been playing.
Okay. And I guess one thing I want to ask you is, do you play anything else besides StarCraft? Like, are you a gamer in general? Do you play other stuff, or is this like StarCraft your only thing you enjoy doing?
No, I really only play like a handful of games, so I wouldn't say like I'm a gamer in the traditional sense of the word.
Okay.
But there's a few games that I play a lot. Another game would be Civilization. I played
Good
many,
game.
many hours of that. And then in the last year and a half or so, I actually picked up some Counter-Strike, which was my
Oh,
first
yeah.
FPS I've ever tried, and it's been really difficult, but it's been quite fun also. But I don't really play single-player games, or I'm not really a console gamer either, so I wouldn't say I'm like that much of a gamer, but obviously StarCraft
Right.
has been a huge part of my life.
Yeah, man, it's definitely been a large part of my life as well. I can definitely empathize with that. Well, who out of the next group going into the round of 16, who would you like to get into? Because you got Dragon's group, Bonif's group, and Zeki's group, and then DeWalt's group. Is there like anyone in particular you'd really like to play against or avoid?
Obviously, I would prefer to play ZVT or ZVP just because it's been my favorite matchups, and I used to be a Terran player against Zerg, so my ZVC has never really been my favorite.
Right.
But other than that, I'm okay playing anyone. I think all those players are really good, and it's going to be super difficult, but I'll play anybody.
Nice, nice. I remember watching. Do you remember the TV show Hyungjin Becomes a Pro Gamer, where you played against Hyungjin in the Courage League? You remember back then?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, what was that? What was that experience like going over to Korea and playing in Courage, and like what was going through your mind at that time in your life?
I mean, obviously, I was super focused on StarCraft at that time. I was actually slightly delusional, thinking I could maybe even like play on a pro team, but competing with the Koreans was like one bridge too far. But I tried really hard those tournaments, and at the time, the fact that I was playing against a K-pop star didn't really affect me too much. I just wanted to win my round and advance in
Nice.
the tournament.
Yeah,
Right.
I remember watching like games you had like versus Nada on Coliseum and stuff. You always had like quite a high level of talent for a foreigner player. But I definitely know what you're talking about. Like it does seem like Korea pro play is just out of our grasp. I don't even necessarily think that's just like a mechanical issue where they're just better with their hands than us. It seems to be more of like an information game where they've just got, they've been quite tight-lipped with how they play the game in the pro gamer houses, and it's really tough to even know how to play the game at a top level without already being in that community inside their pro gamer houses.
Yeah, definitely. I think they know the game so much more deep than we do, like as foreigners. And every time it feels like someone is catching up, then they just evolve the meta again, and they are a few steps ahead again. But I think lately, though, obviously the world has been really good for many, many years now.
Yeah, yeah.
And I actually feel like if you compare the world to someone like Noni or Idra, I think
Right.
he's actually pretty close to the level of pro gamers, like maybe even closer than those guys were. So
I actually kind of agree with you. I was speaking to Artosis a little bit about it. He also thinks that DeWalt is like better than the Chinese Protoss players right now.
yeah, he's really, really good right now. So I'm just waiting for like the moment where someone makes an upset and qualifies for ASL. Because
Yeah,
I
I'm
wonder what
happy
that's
if
gonna be
even.
like when we get like a Chinese or DeWalt into ASL.
Yeah, I'm really curious about that. Like, I kind of wonder if like the Korean scene are going to do everything in their power not to let that happen. Like, being on like the text message to the guys that get them in the brackets and like make sure they know exactly what to do against his style or whatever. Like I kind of get the vibe that they don't ever want to let a non-Korean into ASL. What do you think, Rat?
Well, there used to be a lot of that going on in StarCraft 2, like in the early days, where the Koreans would band together and talk about how to beat the non-Korean guys. So it's not, yeah, I can imagine that too. On the other hand, they must also think for ASL it's exciting if a non-Korean player joins. So
Sure. Do you have any questions for our man of the hour?
No, I think you just about covered it. Thank you very much, Rhett, for playing. You played incredibly well. It's really the only way to describe it. And
yeah, thank you. Thank you for hosting the tournament. Thank you for having me.
Good luck in the round
Well,
of
thank
16.
you for being here, Rat.
Thank you for playing.
Thanks, you guys.
Good luck. Take care, man.
See ya.
All right. That was Rhett, who was out first in his group. Absolutely crushed it. But, guys, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, it's the losers match between Radley and Turtle. That's going to be a fun one. Fun best of 3. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man.
All right. Well, don't go anywhere. When we get back, it's a best of 3. And it's going to be good. are back, guys. We are ready for some more StarCraft between Turtle and Radley. Are you ready?
I'm ready for it, man.
Yeah, this is gonna be this is gonna be good. I think.
Yeah, it should be pretty exciting.
Yeah, I mean, another game on Generator. Honestly, I'm really enjoying Generator. I'm glad the map worked out well. It seems like the players are enjoying it. Rhett kind of figured it out immediately. It seems so. It does seem like it's a pretty simple map, all things considered.
Yeah. Rat seemed to adapt to it very quickly. So yeah, not a crazy map, I would say, despite the mineral stacking being a little bit different.
Yeah. Players are having a good time in chat. Wait on them to ready up though. And then we can get into our losers match. What are your predictions?
It's hard to say. Like, I think Radley should win, but what I want to know is if there's going to be nukes or not, right? Like, I want to
Oh
know,
yeah.
are we going to see spiciness or not? I'm not even thinking about who's going to win the game. I just want to know just how crazy are the games going to get.
Yes, the games I imagine this being a very spicy series because Turtle is absolutely the kind of guy who will play to his opponent. Oh, you're gonna, turtle up and go nukes. All right, I'll go Guardians and Queens and Broodlings and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like Turtle will play the crazy game if given the opportunity.
Yeah, this could be an absolute banger if Radley does want to get spicy, and Ardor Turtle has some good answers to that as well. I haven't seen a ZVT like that in a long time, so I would be really happy if we do get a game looking like that. And it's a best of 3 as well, so more opportunities for that to happen.
Yeah, it's. By the way, they're talking about it, and I actually forgot. The reason we ended up pushing Radley into the later group is because he broke a finger or something. He had to get stitches.
Oof.
And so
Damn.
he's saying it's healing slowly. It's a little painful, but I mean, this guy's a gamer. He's not going to let it slow him down, apparently. I remember asking him when he was like, hey, I got to get this pushed because I got stitches and I can't play with like this. I'm like, do you need a replacement? He's like, no,
Right.
just put me in the later groups. I'll be fine.
Yeah,
So
sometimes you just got to do it, man. Sometimes you just got to soldier on no matter how ill you're feeling or if there's any other exterior issues you're facing.
I respect it. This man wants to win, and I'm not going to rob him of that opportunity. And I don't know. I think he's got a good shot of it.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much every gamer at some point in their life has had like some degree of like show match or tournament match where they've had to play under the weather, whether or not they had like a really bad illness or there was
Yeah.
some physical issue. You know, it happens. If you play games long enough, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, it kind of became a running joke in the StarCraft 2 community because whenever Maru would lose, the top Korean Terran, everyone would be
Yeah.
like, "Oh," they just give like a list of excuses. Oh, he's jet lagged. He wasn't feeling good, and it became a joke. It's like, all right, the games are happening in Poland or something. Like, oh, it's raining in Korea, you know? Oh no, that was the one that always stuck out with me. Someone said that with like, I don't think it was. I don't remember where I heard that. God, that was forever ago. But I was like, that's it. Holding on to that. Anytime I lose, it's because it's raining in Korea.
Nice. Well, Radley says he can somewhat hold his mouse though, so he's calling it progress. Hopefully, he's ready to get into some spicy games. It's gonna be our losers match here in Group E. Art of Turtle versus Radley. Game number 1 on Generator. Spawning here in the top left, the spicy man himself. Will he go nukes or not? We'll find out shortly. It's Radley. And his opponent down here in the bottom left. A very nice chill guy indeed. It's Art of Turtle.
All right. And I'm really hoping the nukes are a question of when, not if, personally, because I love a good crazy game.
Yeah, I mean, nukes are pretty good in TVZ in the right context.
Yeah, and I've always thought that nukes were a little, because of how expensive they are, it's like a scout, right? The scout itself isn't inherently a bad unit. It's just too expensive for what you get, you know?
Right. Well, it takes about 2 minutes. Takes 2 minutes to build the nuclear silo and make the missile, I think. It's a lot, right?
Yeah, it's so expensive. And that's why I've always thought it's unfortunate how expensive it is, because nukes, like StarCraft 2 made nukes very viable to use. And I've always found it interesting because people use nukes to, oh, I'm going to push on the right and nuke on the left. And if you don't react to both, you lose a mineral line, right?
Yeah.
Which in Brood War is obviously a lot more damning than it is in StarCraft 2 based on just how the games are built.
Right.
But I feel like there's a lot more potential if they were more accessible.
I think, you know, there's some timings you can hit. Like if you want to break the Zerg just before Dark Swarm is like going to be a factor, you know, just get that nuke silo ready for about 9 minutes. Start making that, and then yeah. I mean, you can do a little timing attack that hits, you know, just before, you know, the Zerg's got their hive tech fully
CC first,
set
by
up.
the way. Sorry, not to get you
Pretty. No, that's fine. That's fine. So yeah, pretty greedy start here from Radley.
off. Yeah, that was like a 13.
And look at
CC.
this. Look at this from Art of Turtle, though.
Cool for
Very fast pull
he's playing
and
the CDC
lair.
build.
He's doing like this could be like a one base lurker build, maybe.
Yeah,
One hatch lurker.
if you told me that his opponent was a Zerg player, like just like turn this off real quick, and it's a DUZ. Oh yeah, this looks right. But no, he's gonna show up here. There's gonna be nothing but SCVs, and you could have 4-pulled him, and it would have looked the same.
Well, the 9-pool opening is also going to work really nicely against the CC first build order of Radley, and the Lings aren't the real threat. The threat is actually going to be the lurkers that come a little bit later on. But as you can see, he's going to do a lot of damage to the economy of the Terran before he can stabilize just with the Ling pressure alone.
You know what's crazy?
Terran dash. Go on.
Sorry, you are right. This you can full wall this. By the way, like these building icons allow you to full wall. I'm not an expert.
Guess
but
he
like,
wanted
yeah,
to be super greedy. Yeah. So you're hitting this timing. You can get like 3 lurkers out pretty quickly here. He did keep 2 Lings on the ramp to block the SCV scout, but now has brought them to the front line. Curious if he's still going to pull the trigger on trying to run it down on this, because you technically could overrun the Terran with these Lings if he doesn't body block perfectly with the SCVs.
Yeah, he's definitely tempted. He's poking in here, and man, this is the turtle that like I met years ago, who was 2000 MMR, was a coach, was really good at just doing things like this, where he pokes in, keeps you busy. For a man who works 90 hours a week, looking pretty good.
Pretty damn good. Well, the problem is that even if the Terran defends against this initial Ling pressure, like everything else is so slow. Like, where's the engineering bay? Where's the academy? It doesn't exist on. That's the problem. He has no detection, no inclination that he's going to be having to face off against this. So even if he does get set up with a bunker and, you know, he's chugging along and feels like he's safe, he's going to have a rude awakening before long.
Yeah, this is going to just show up and hit like a truck. There's 8 SCVs mining, there's 6 drones. Oh, this is huge.
Oh, he finds an egg. That's actually really huge, yeah. Now he knows exactly what he's up against, so we'll be able to have some counterplay to this. But you haven't got enough DPS to kill the lurker when it pops out with just these 5 Marines without stim.
No. But also, you can use the Lings that, like, as soon as it's about to pop, you go in with the Lings to buy some time for it. I've done that in PvZ. It's like, all right, gotta save my lurkers. Send in a few Lings, please.
It was a slight flimsy build order from Art of Turtle. He's only got 2 lurkers ready when he could have had 3. Maybe made a few too many pairs of Lings initially. But it's still a pretty strong timing. Like, look at the Terran. Like, he's not got a turret set up here in the natural expansion. He's just trying to buy time with these bunkers.
Yeah, so that way... The thing is, all of his mining is happening in his natural right now. Like, there is nothing going on in the main base right now.
Yeah. And because, like, all that delay, you don't have range on the Marines as well. Like, sometimes Marines in a bunker with range are good against lurkers, so that they can't, you know, outrange the bunker down. As long as you got detection with a turret, you're sitting pretty. And this turret is actually not in range. He can hit the bunker from the low ground on the right if he wants to, out of range of the turret.
Yeah, this is...
Lurkers have no miss chance as well, so like, yeah, as long as you've got a spotter up here, you're happy. Pretty good, pretty good. Only one lurker hitting this bunker though.
This second lurker is not firing. There we go.
There we go. Yeah, he needs like a third and a fourth lurker to close this game out.
They're coming. There's the mag behind.
There's got a few more. Yeah, this should be game. Like, a lot of turtles should be able to just close this game out. I think he killed way too much for Radley to recover.
Yeah. Radley's trying to build SCVs here so he can have an economy, but he can't. That means he can't afford Marines.
Yeah.
It also means he can't afford the repairs consistently.
Right. I'd like that other turtle is getting like super spicy rather than like being like defensive and letting Radley have a field day.
Yeah.
With his own shenanigans. He's kind of taken the fight in a big way to Radley right from the start of the series.
Obviously a little sad, no nukes game 1, but you know, there's always game 2.
True, true. Yeah, I doubt that Art of Turtle's gonna do this build again.
No, this feels like a generator special.
Honestly, though, it is pretty good on most maps. It's just if they know that you're gonna do something like this, it probably won't work. But it is great to like pull out as like a one and done kind of build in a series.
Yeah. GG's.
GG, man. But yeah, if you want to like get to S rank as quickly as possible as Zerg and just churn out games, actually not a bad build against Terran on the ladder.
True. Just any sort of 9-pull aggression on the ladder will get you pretty high up if you're willing to macro. You just keep making those things.
And actually, a lot of Terran players aren't good at adjusting to that weird aggressive opening. A lot of them aren't good at navigating it.
Yeah.
They're so used to like the standard early into mid game transition that they don't even think about that early game shenanigans.
Which, you know, as someone who, you know, also wants to try and play a macro game once in a while, you get on ladder and someone just teases you and you're just like, well, the one time I try macro, right? All right.
It'd be like that sometimes.
That's the beauty of ladder, though, right? You never know what you're going to get, and it really helps you learn how to hold a lot of different things or how to die to a lot of different things.
You're taking the Forrest Gump worldview when it comes to StarCraft then, right? Box of chocolates.
That is absolutely what it is. It's a box of chocolates. And all you're getting is bullied.
So what equivalent to a chocolate is that? Like, is that a chocolate raisin? Like, what's the worst possible chocolate you can get?
Worst chocolate would probably be dark chocolate, but that's a hot take. I'm sure.
That's a hot take, man. There's people that like that dark chocolate.
I am not a dark chocolate kind of guy.
I like it on occasion, but I don't eat a lot of chocolate. Well, guys, jumping in to game number 2 of this series in the losers match, Group E, Art of Turtle versus Radley on Attitude. And spawning here in the top right on Terran, Radley. His opponent up here in the top left, currently leading the series 1-0. It's Art of Turtle.
So, a fun little thing before you got here today. Turtle was joking about how he wants, you know, the depressed gamer meme that's been going around. The Korean guy, and he pulls back and he's got one of those little shot bottles.
I actually haven't seen that.
You haven't seen that clip? Oh, it's
no.
Some Korean comedy sketch where it's like a Korean player and he loses and he's like crying. He puts his face down on his desk and he comes up with one of those little mini bottles of like Fireball or something. It just slams it. And they're like, no. And Turtle has a couple. He's like, if I lose, can I do it? And I'm like, yes, please, actually. But if he wins, he doesn't get to do it. So.
Right. Let's see what these guys got cooked up for us now, because I doubt we're going to be seeing a 9-pool 1-hatch lair into lurker build from Ardor Turtle.
No.
Would love to see the nuke play from Radley, but he is dealing with a bit of an injury, so maybe not feeling as confident and cocky as usual with those builds. Who knows?
Yeah. There you go. I just sent you the gift, by the way.
Okay, I'll check it out.
I'm curious what Turtle's gonna do. It's gonna be a 12 hatch here. It's a good start for a macro game, at least. It's such a good meme. That comedy group cooked with that.
Oh my god, I'm actually dying inside. I'm trying not to laugh too loud.
But just imagine Barracks or something doing that.
Yeah.
That's actually a larva thing. I would put larva up to doing that. I could see larva like, nope.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
It's gonna be a quick 2-rack here, by the way, on 1 base.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, this is pretty aggressive. And looks like there's no way of figuring this out yet for Ardor Turtle as well. He's done a very slow drone scout.
Yeah, this is normally if you do a 12 hatch, your 12th drone should be a scout, but he's got the advantage
like
of going
the 2
in the right
drones.
direction.
Yeah, like as the 2 drones pop out of the hatchery, like one of those can go and scout kind of thing. But this is super late. He's going to be able to block the drone coming in completely. So, I mean, Turtle's in the dark, man.
Turtle is a B rank Zerg or a B rank Terran. He's like hit B rank with his Terran. Pretty good gamer. He should recognize that bounce and recognize at least the Terran's up here. I'm surprised he didn't continue up trying to get through.
I guess why he doesn't lose the drone, I guess, right?
Yeah. But now suddenly there's gonna be a bunker coming down and he sniffed something. Alright.
Yeah, he knows there's some shenanigans. Doesn't know exactly what, but he can, figure out that there's some craziness coming his way.
I wonder if it's Radley's reputation preceding him, or if the bout said, alright, you're blocking the ramp for something, I should be ready.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a crazy assumption to make in that situation, unless it was like a double scout that was blocking to be annoying.
Yeah.
Because you could have just had like an SCV parked there. Okay. Well, he has got enough to defend against this, so Radley's going to have to wait until he's got, stim with medics.
Yeah, the academy's just starting. He's going to get his natural down. I guess he's going to play one of those games where you just early contain. It's a little weird, but I don't hate it. I would be curious to see if he throws down like a bunker right here on the edge or something. Oh, he's going to be right in the middle. All right. Cool. We're gaming. I see you're sunken and raise you 1 bunker. Oh,
but he's gonna lose the Marines anyway.
Oh, it's so close. It's so close.
It's not close enough.
No.
Oh, that's devastating, man.
No, we don't even cancel the bunker.
Radley might just be dead. Like, the bunker hasn't even started in the natural. The Lings are going to get there before the bunker is finished in the natural. 4 Marines outside of a bunker. It ain't going to be enough on.
No, this is... Well, the Lings are kind of derping here, trying to get on the SV, making the bunker. So, I mean, there's a little bit of hope, but... No, the Lings are working their way up the ramp now. Ooh.
It is not the most optimal of trades for the Zerg, has to be said. This went about as bad as it could go.
Yeah, unfortunately, as bad as it could go, it's still bad for Terran.
Well, a couple of Marines pop out. Can you micro them back down to the natural?
Oh.
Well, doesn't even need to.
Hold.
I'm so surprised he holds. Like, he should be dead. Like, if he just controlled those Lings even a tiny bit better, he would be so dead.
Yeah. I wonder if it was just one of those, all right, A move in there, you're going to get a bunch of damage. Because he's reset the bio ball, and now mutas are about to pop.
Yeah. I think Ardor Turtle should still have this game in the bag. Yeah, like, there's no eBay, there's no turrets.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the Marines are dead, pretty much. There's not that many left alive. Should be game. We'll see if Ardor Turtle can close this out cleanly.
I have.
If he manages to throw the game here, he's only got himself to blame.
Yeah, if he throws here, he definitely needs to be the depressed gamer meme and just start slamming this mini bottle. There's no other reaction.
That was a lot funnier than I thought it was gonna be.
I mean, we can throw away muted, I guess.
Yeah. He's 11 supply ahead of Radley right now. Radley only mining in his natural. But if he catches like 1 or 2 of mutas for free with these Marines, eventually he could stabilize.
Yeah.
But the Turtle isn't really on top of his micro.
I think Turtle's a little... I don't want to say nervous because he has played plenty of tournament games before. But one of those like, I better not mess up, I better not mess up, I better not mess up.
Yeah, well, even if you do play a lot of tournaments, you can still get those nerves. Like, it's actually quite rare to be completely cool as a cucumber in these kind of situations. Unless you played, like, as much as someone like DeWalt or something, you know?
Yeah. That's a GG's. That's Turtle.
GG.
Moving on up into the decider match.
Yeah, that means we get Art of Turtle and WorsT. That's going to be a curious one. Don't know how that's going to go.
No, this is... Well, our prediction was wrong, if nothing else.
I didn't even realize Radley had an injury, though, to be fair. I didn't realize he was suffering a bit. Poor Radley, man. Not able to play his best games today.
Yeah, he's gonna... I have a feeling that next time when his hand's healed up a bit, he's gonna come back stronger.
Oh, I can imagine so, yeah.
Yeah. Turtle's like, you want to play in BWCL? Wink, wink, elbow. Sorry, I had to sneeze there. But we're going to get Turtle versus WorsT, and I don't know how to call this.
Yeah, I don't know. WorsT is not the best at PvZ, but he's pretty solid as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how good Turtle's CVP is looking. I definitely think it could go either way.
Yeah, I feel like, generally speaking, my brain wants to favor WorsT in this, but in my heart, I want to vote Art of Turtle because Art of Turtle, you know?
Yeah, I definitely have a place in my heart for Turtle winning this. I want him to be the winner.
Yeah,
but,
same.
my head is telling me that WorsT might be slightly better at this matchup, but I don't know.
Yeah. I think that actively WorsT is the better player just because Turtle works so much.
Right.
But I wouldn't put it past him to have been practicing on the side for this.
Hey man, there's people out there that are crazy. Like Zero, he's got 3 kids now. He sleeps only a few hours each night. He still finds time to do this other stuff,
I don't get how he's still so good. Like, I don't have the time to try and get good while doing all of this. I couldn't imagine doing it with 3 kids.
Yeah, pretty crazy, pretty crazy. Well, looks like both players are ready, guys. Jumping into our decider map now in the IPSL Group E, Art of Turtle versus WorsT on Generator. And spawning down here in the bottom right, the Zerg, Art of Turtle. And his opponent down in the bottom left. Not the worst Protoss of them all, it's WorsT.
I think he is the worst, Protoss.
Yeah, with the comma, I'll let you off.
Alright, well.
Syntax matters.
And that Oxford comma goes a long way.
Oh, it sure does, buddy.
Alright, this is... I want to say almost normal, but if he's going to keep his probe up here, that's a gate first, I feel like.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, yeah. Let's see what this probe does. Yeah, looks like he is going to throw down a gate.
9 full speed.
Ooh. Interesting. I'm really surprised to see WorsT go for gateway. Like, I would not want to go gateway first on this map just because of how good 9 hatchery is.
I wonder if that's his thinking, but that also seems kind of crazy to me. Is maybe he can try and counter it with some zealots, but then again, I'm not in the mind of a Protoss, so.
We'll see. 9 pool speed. Pretty good against the gateway expand as well, with some decent micro.
Yeah, this is probably the best build order that Turtle could hope for in this moment.
Yeah. And WorsT is going to scout him last, no less. So, yeah, it's a pretty big deal for Turtle here. Yeah, it's really good for Turtle. WorsT is always last as well, unfortunately.
Well, if you're not WorsT, you're last.
Yeah, something like that. Okay, well, the 5th and 6th ling are not out, though. It's just a 4-ling opening into a quick hatchery in the natural. The other pair of lings is a little bit delayed. We'll be able to catch the first setup with these 4 lings, though. Let's see how quickly WorsT reacts to it. Oh, he took quite a bit of damage before he started returning.
Yeah, move command.
Cool. He did not expect some lings to be meeting him at that stage in the game.
No. The best he can hope for is trying to keep the lings at home, which looks like it's going to work. And then just try and get zealots at home and a cannon.
He might be mind gamed for a few seconds when he sees that hatchery. He might not realize that this is also speed on the way, but the probe is about to confirm that.
Yeah, if you see the extractor with no drones in it, you gotta know it's speed all in. Oh!
Yeah, the speed's already done. Oh my gosh, Arn gets the cannon as well.
Yeah.
Pretty good surround on the other zealot.
The
All lings are on the way.
If the lings decided to go into the main, they could have gotten so much done, but they decided to stick around and fight.
Right. See if he just wants to go after the gateway now. Not a bad choice. Cannon takes a long time to warp in here. He should only be pulling some of the lings off of the gateway whenever he does this, but wants to go for the full surround on the cannon. Does get it, but he loses pretty much all of his lings, so was it worth it, Arn? I'm not so sure it was. I think maybe just killing the gateway there was superior.
Yeah, I definitely think he should have tried getting the gateway, but I also don't think he could have gotten it in time. So I get where he was going with it, try and dive in. Because if you can kill the cannon and then run past, you know, the zealots have to follow, you have follow-up lings. I see what
we
he
can
was
agree
going
to disagree.
for, but yeah,
We can agree to disagree. I think he's killing that gateway before the 3rd zealot's out, but that's just me. It's okay.
That's fair. I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, it is what it is. Now this position is way better for WorsT.
Yeah, this is suddenly really good for WorsT. Next is coming on up here. He's got his cannon. He's safe. He's going to send the zealots across.
He's back on the gas. Ooh, wow. He's going to do like a funky 3-hatch Hydra off 2 base.
Yeah, it's... I don't know how I feel about that. I do find it interesting that Turtle's cooking some interesting builds here.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about it in terms of how it'll play out, though.
He's not going to have enough money. He hasn't got enough drones right now. I hope he can squeeze a few more out.
Yeah, hard to do a 973 on 2 base.
We need 4.5 drones per hatchery, mining minerals for Hydra production, and then you need the drones on gas, and you need to make the Hydra upgrades. So doing the math in my head, I think it's not enough.
Yeah, he's still droning.
And
so
because he's droning so much, there won't be a strong enough Hydra timing.
Yeah, that's another valid point. You spend too long droning because you think you need the economy, and then you lose your timing because you didn't build the unit.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
He's gonna come in here, see the
Honestly,
Stargate.
Honestly, he should have done 9-1 build. He should have gone 2 Hatch Hydra after this. That would have been better. If you wanted to do Hydra. 9-1 Hydra would have been viable here.
Yeah.
2 Hatch Hydra is better against Gateway Expand. 3 Hatch Hydra is better against Forge Expand.
Yeah. They have a decent amount of zealots here. I'm expecting him to come out and try and push the Lings back here too.
Let's see if he can still make this work. I mean, the cannon's already softened up, right? So if he kills this cannon out in front and then clears the Forge and the Gateway, I mean, maybe there's a way of turning this into something.
Hydras reveal themselves. More cannons are starting. Now we have the beauty of Hydras not knowing their own range. Why is this guy hitting these guys if they're standing? Hold position enough time to figure it out.
There we go. There we go. Ideally, we want to kill this Forge, but if he lets this other cannon finish up, he'll lose his timing, so he kind of has to go now. They'll start to pull the trigger on that first cannon, but with no range finished up, not able to get the kill on that. Probably the worst case scenario here for Turtle now.
Yeah. You're trying to go in while there's still a chunk of wall between you and the cannons. It's always so painful.
Right.
That's why I'm a big 973 or just general 3 Hatch Hydra bust guy. Because you take down the wall, you try to pull the zealots in and out, make them bleed out, and then you dive on the cannons.
Well, looks like he might catch his Corsair. Oh, doesn't barely kill that Corsair, actually. There's a funky drone making its way into the front on the rally.
This is why you gotta be careful about rallying to the front.
Imagine if you went for a sunken contain right now.
I'm not saying I haven't done that before.
It was really good on, you know, the map Medusa.
Oh, yes. Yes, absolutely.
It's actually a really good map. Really good map to do sunken contain on.
Man, it's just a fun thing to do. Oh, hello. One of our hatches is still misrallied.
Happens to the best of us, man.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes get caught up in the moment. Make a little mistake with the hotkey.
Where drones are running across and they're like, gotta grab
what was that game? It was, I can't remember who it was against, but it's just a long time ago now. It was on an Ashworld tile set, not Outsider, another one, but Jadong had like his ramp blocked by drones or something, and he had like almost 100 supply of army blocked in his main.
Oh no!
And he was losing the game for a very long period. But then when he finally noticed that he was blocking the ramp, he had so many units coming out at once that he actually won the game because of the massive tempo swing of how many backed up units there were.
That's how you do it, is you just surprise them. Like, I didn't need these units yet. And then it's like, oh, surprise.
Yeah, that was one of the craziest moments in pro gamer history where he just didn't notice that he had his ramp blocked for that long. Literally, like, I don't know, like 100 Hydras or something in his main base.
Yeah, that's the dream. I want to just randomly have 100 Hydras in my base.
Yeah, it's like Trump getting a small loan of $1 million or something, right?
Need a small loan of 1 million Hydras. Alright. We're gonna battle some zealots here. They got legs though.
They got a lot of legs. These are some runway model zealots.
You see them strutting across the map, showing off their armor.
Yeah, it's the latest fashion. So what can Turtle do to win this game? I'm asking myself this question. I don't really know, to be honest with you. It's going to be really tough because WorsT doesn't have to expand. He can just play 2-base timing. He's even got a Dark Archon as an insurance policy in case there's a muta switch at some point, which is actually a nice touch because one of the ways that Turtle can come back in this game is with like a Muta Hydra style where he snipes a bunch of Templars.
Maybe a big drop. But I don't know if he's ever gonna
No,
get the time for that.
No, I don't like dropping in CVP anyway, much less when you're this far behind. Maybe it's okay on maps like Jane Doe, but on this map, definitely not.
Alright, well, the mutas are out here. There's only 4 here, so they're not gonna really kill those zealots. Ooh, we're actually making a lot of them.
There's that Muta switch. Yeah, he's going for the Muta Hydra style. And honestly, this is a good play from Turtle. Like, this makes sense. This is a good way of coming back in the game. However, you know, WorsT has figured this out. He's already got enough energy for Maelstrom. He's got all the tools that he needs. If he gets that Wombo combo off, suddenly Turtle is going to be in an even worse position than he was before.
Yeah, that's the danger of going mutas and they have a Dark Archon, is that there's just the one chance that they land all the spells and you have a really bad day.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. The Protoss is kind of pinned in his main base right now. Maybe Turtle can get a bit of a Muta Hydra contain in the front and then try and swing for some High Templars. Problem is, there's that Dark Archon there. I think he saw the Dark Archon, so that actually helps out Turtle a little bit, not just sacrifice these mutas for free.
Yeah,
But
he's
also doesn't have a
being
lot of
cautious.
army on the ground. Yeah, but he doesn't have much army to speak of. Since you're going for so many... Huh?
Look at this, WorsT having a little bit of a traffic jam here.
Yeah, he's almost got like too much army for his own good. He needs to build some roundabouts or something.
We add another lane to the highway. It'll work.
We'll just download like a traffic mod that lets you like set the lanes manually.
Oh, there it is. There it is. 5
Wombo
mutas.
combo.
Yeah, that's what you want to see.
Unless you're a Zerg player, then that was really painful and maybe kind of cathartic because it's happened to you plenty of times.
Yeah, I've just accepted that it's good content if it happens. Even if I'm laddering, it's like, yeah, it's good content. Yeah, no one's watching, but it's good content.
Good
Not
content
salty.
for like God or someone else that's watching, right?
Yeah, the Blizzard intern who enjoys watching
The aliens running the human zoo.
There's some decent amount of lurkers here. The Storms are stuck in the back. First one's going down now. Ooh, they are
pretty
good.
brutal.
Oh.
Those were some money storms on. Yeah, Art of Turtle's going to be tapping out here momentarily. There is just nothing left in the chamber to hold WorsT off, it seems.
Yeah, this is unfortunate. He's just gonna kind of get rolled over here. Protoss army's good like that. GG's.
Yeah. GG. Game 1 going to WorsT.
All right. Let's see what map Turtle wants to play on next. Maybe one that'll do a little bit better for him. Oh, this one's gonna do a lot better for him.
He's picking Andromeda, guys. The most huge map we've ever had. Nice.
And you know what, though? It is, in this matchup, I would say Zerg favored.
You reckon?
Yeah, so the main thing that Sony likes about these old maps is they don't have eggs, so you can't make wing tight walls.
True.
So I feel like Turtle at least understands that on some level, because Turtle's a bit of an old head, like the rest of us.
No, I think you're right about that assessment as well. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, obviously, I think WorsT still has a good chance here, but I feel like Turtle picked this map on purpose.
Turtle's like predicting the Muta switch with the Dark Archon. Goddamn pro gamer.
Yeah. He's got that pro gamer sense.
Well, Turtle not realizing that he actually saw the switch. Turtle thought that he had killed the Saren time.
Yeah, I hate when that happens. It's because that little bit of vision that they have residually, where it's like you think you killed in time and it still sees something.
Well, is what it is.
All right, let's get our players ready.
Yeah, it's like both gamers just about ready here, waiting on confirmation from WorsT. Maybe looking at the mini map and being like, "What am I getting myself into here?"
What
This
is this
an old
map?
school banger.
Well, I mean,
That's got some island maps on it as well. Very spicy.
yes, this is. Nope. Oh, he was dropped. I think he's having some connection issues.
His computer crashed from trying to load the minimap preview.
He just messaged me. His GPU just crashed. As you said
I
it,
was right.
from your
I was
lips
right.
to his GPU. Yeah, even machines in chat saying this is the best Zerg map of all time, maybe.
Yeah, it's pretty good historically, but I don't know about in the meta now.
Well, because the thing is, you get that free mineral base, right?
Yeah.
So you can go like you can do a 973 off 2 base technically.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong about that. I can definitely see that. Yeah.
And then like we were saying also is that there's the walls
Falling
on this
tight
map
wall.
suck just in general.
Yeah, yeah. The more I think about it, the more I agree with you. To be fair.
Yeah. Well, I think we're just gonna find out what happens when they start playing.
All right, guys, let's get into it. Game number 2, Art of Turtle versus WorsT on Andromeda. Spawning here in the top left on Zerg, Art of Turtle. And his opponent up here in the top right on Protoss, WorsT.
I am curious to see what his game plan is. I imagine he comes into this with a game plan. Someone tell him to stop reading
Good
chat.
question,
Dang
it. Oh, is that gonna be another in-base 2 gay on? And it's no cross map this time.
I have a feeling that it is.
And yeah, Turtle was right. You should blame Sony. He's the one sponsored to have this map in the tournament.
Yeah, and I mean,
shout out Sony.
It's a great map. Shout out Sony for making it happen.
WorsT wants the opposite of a shout out for Sony. Which should, I guess, be a very disparaging statement.
Yeah. How dare you sponsor a map that you enjoy in the pool?
Yeah.
Well, I just can't wait for next season when he sponsors a different one. And it's just a different, very Zerg favorite map.
Sneaky guy, eh?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't get him out of the round of 24, but it's given us some good games. That's for sure. And if we have a Zerg in the finals or, generally the top 8 where we're just in big series. Oh, I want to ask your question on something.
Go on, shoot.
What is your opinion on ASL going back to best of 5s in the round of 8? I know they're copying me, obviously. Like we've talked about several other occasions. But
I kind of understand it, but I personally would be happy just to have best of 7s all the way down.
Yeah, I thought because the whole point, from my understanding, the reason they went to best of 7 is because it wasn't worth setting up the whole studio for a hour and 20-minute best of 5.
Yeah.
And so they figured with a best of 7 we can at least try and get 2 hours.
Sometimes it can be quicker than that if the games are like 3-0s or just shorter games.
Exactly. But okay, you're right. It's an hour 20 broadcast, right? That includes the interview and everything.
Yeah. In the break time.
Yeah. I wonder also because you have to sell a certain amount of like ad slots, right? Like, this season where they've had a few seasons now. The Razor commercial, like they clearly
It's on
sell
Google Play as well.
Yeah. Well, the Google Play is like the talk to the audience. I was thinking more of like the actual commercials, but no, I guess they do have the Google Play.
Yeah. They kind of like incorporate it into the production, right?
Yeah. And so I wonder, like, as someone who's working on selling ad spots, you have to be able to say like you're gonna get X amount of airtime, right?
Yeah.
And so I wonder why they switched to best of fives again.
Honestly, I'm not 100% sure about that. I don't personally like it. I'd be much happier with best of sevens all the way.
Yeah, I would. I don't know. Guess we'll find out. Would next season they go back to best of sevens?
Just so you guys know, we got a 1-gate core opener here from WorsT. He's going for Robo. Getting pretty spicy right off the bat. Doing a 1-base Reaver build. Definitely a little bit different. And looks like 2-hatch Hydra from Turtle. Realizing that this is a 1-base Protoss. Don't want to be too greedy.
Turtle was lining up to take the space and then stopped. Interesting.
Yeah, I think he realizes that he might just be dead if he gets too greedy with his economy.
Possible.
I wouldn't necessarily hate him trying to take it, but yeah, he could also get punished for doing it, so maybe it's not the worst thing in the world to open up 2-hatch first.
Yeah.
Although he did get Overlord stuck. Losing the Overlord in the main to a Dragoon, so he did not make a replacement in time as well, so he's been really having a tough time stabilizing.
This is a scrappy little fight. We have 6 Lings and 2 Hydras versus Dragoon, 2 Zealots.
This is like something you'll see in like a micro UMS or something, some weird skirmish.
Yeah, you know those ones where it's you get like just a handful of random units and you have to fight it out.
Yeah.
Those are always fun. Oh.
The Reaver won't be done just yet, so maybe Turtle can put on some pressure. Maybe it is just barely done. I think it might just barely be done then. I'm sending it out right away. I guess he skipped making Sarah as well, so it's a very fast Reaver build.
Yeah, you're
coming back with it now, realizing. Yeah, I was just about thinking that. Like, sure, you can kill some drones, but you might just be dead. Oh boy. Yeah. Oh jeez.
Turtle thought it was still cooking.
If he splits the Hydras, if he splits all the Hydras up, he can actually potentially kill this as well, but he doesn't quite get that.
1 Ling really trying.
Funniest micro I've ever done is like, I think it was on like Python or something, where I was like, had like 2 Hydras versus a Reaver, and I just kept like loading them into the Overlords and dumping them out over and over again, trying to kill the Reaver.
PvP, but as Zerg.
Yeah, it felt good, man.
He really wants to go across the map with this.
His Dragoons are so low.
Yeah,
like, he might actually get punished. There is another Reaver though.
Reaver pop.
That's a big Scarab.
That's hot.
Whew. Oh, no Sunken finished up in the natural.
It's also nothing to really kill in the natural.
Hang on a second. Turtle's in trouble and taps out. GG is called. Wow. WorsT. He was a guest in our house and he just trashed the place. Where's his manners?
I mean, that's a Protoss player for you, right?
Doesn't even take off his shoes, just starts trekking mud everywhere, starts knocking over your vases and stuff.
Oh yeah, and it's just, he opens your fridge, takes your beer. He's like, all right, bro.
Yeah. It doesn't even finish it, just like, chugs it a little bit and then just smashes the bottle on the ground.
Yeah.
Man, you got a bad taste in beer. You got anything else? Starts checking the cupboards.
Yep. We all know someone
Lays
like
down on
that.
the couch with his muddy boots.
Puts his feet up on the table. Speaking of, let's drag him in here so we can track mud all over our house some more. How you doing, WorsT?
Yo.
Hey, how's it doing?
Good. Who hasn't played in, there must be 4 months now.
4 months.
Yeah, this is the group of people who don't play the game in here.
Yeah.
All of us.
Damn. Are you just pulling our leg, or did you really not play for a long time?
No, it's true. I haven't played in quite a while.
Damn.
It's hard to get back into it, once you take a break.
Yeah, man. Well, how are you
seems to have
feeling
worked
up to
out.
this group? Like, were you feeling confident, or did it go easier than you expected?
To be honest, when I saw the players, I felt like I had a chance. I've obviously never had a chance against Red, but
Right.
even
Yeah.
though that's how it is, I feel like the games were decent. Like I had a chance. If he would have gotten close spawn, like he said in game 1, there was a chance,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
game 2, the consume was just in time. I think that was a pretty good game, actually.
Yeah, no, you actually traded a lot better than I thought you were going to when you broke onto the high ground, I have to admit.
Yeah. From AOT, I was expecting to get cheats, so I just tried to play standard until this map showed up, which I'm kind of a new player. I've never seen this map, man. I have no idea what's going on. I thought there's a base in my main, then I didn't find the base in my main, so I just went for something else instead. I don't know what's going on.
Did it maybe make you feel like it was similar to 76, where you kind of had that base inside that you could take as well?
To be honest, I love 76. It was a cool concept, and you could play a lot of stuff on it.
Finally.
But
You
it's,
might be-
I mean, you had the smaller ramp. It allows you to do a lot more things. Like here, you have a
True,
wide
true.
ramp, so Zer can just wide walk off your ramp.
Yeah, you had like the 815 ramp as well as the stack minerals. It was definitely a spicy map.
Yeah.
So how come you haven't played in such a long time, WorsT?
Well, once I got a computer, I said I'm gonna take a break and play some other games. And you know what happens? You take a break, and then you don't want to lose to people you normally wouldn't lose to, which kind of discourages you from playing.
Yeah, fair
I'm
enough.
not gonna
fair
name
enough.
names, but it has happened.
Well, what other games have you been playing?
Yeah.
I played some CS with Red since he mentioned that, but it's mostly Daisy now.
Are you an
Oh.
op
But I do want to
player?
get back into it. Am I what?
Are you an op guy or do you go auto sniper?
No, I do not have the auto sniper equipped. They made it like in Valorant now. You gotta equip it. I don't have that shit.
That's true. They did change that with CS2. I have it equipped. I unequipped my op because I can't land shots or anything. So someone else can run in there with that. I'll take it to Gav. Let's just have some fun.
Nice.
Yeah, I've never
Yeah.
liked Torpin. I've always been a rifle kind of guy.
Totally.
Yeah, but I'm happy to sub in to play. I get to play the round of 24 without the effort of going through the qualifiers, which is nice.
We invite
My
you in
excuse
and you
is-
just slam through the group.
My excuse is I'm helping the community, man. If not for me, who else?
Yeah. Where would we be without you, man?
Wait, so do I just make it to the round of 16 now, or do you just get the guy back and say he has to say thank you for the round of 24?
No, it's congrats. You are in the round of 16.
Awesome.
Nice, man. So who
What's
do you
the
want to
group
get?
draw?
Yeah,
Yeah.
who do you want to get in that next set again? You got Dragons Group, Bonif, Zeke, and DeWalt. Who do you want to get?
It'll be 0 instead of Zeke, by the way.
Okay,
I don't think
Oh,
Zike's
well,
updated.
there's your answer then. There's your answer.
I don't
Historically,
know.
I don't have a great record against Zero because he just does stupid builds all the time. But even then, I mean, nobody's picking Bonnet or DeWalt over that, let's be honest.
A
Yeah,
couple
yeah,
people
take
have
my
said
chances.
that. They like their Prodosses.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Anything that's
realistically-
Zerg, man. Anything that's Zerg, I'll take.
Well, you've got almost a whole month to play that group. Are you going to actually train and prepare for it?
I thought that was a bug. I didn't realize it's actually that long. I thought someone
Yeah, you got a
forgot to
couple
update the
weeks for
wiki.
sure. No,
God
it's
damn.
yeah, it's my scheduling is a pain, and well, what we've learned with the round
Yeah,
of
I get
24 is we need a few extra days to actually get it sorted because yeah,
Yeah, I get that. I mean, to answer your question, it depends who I get. I'm gonna look at the group, and if I feel like I have a chance, I'll practice. If I get DeWalt and Bonnet and Zeke in the same group, I'm just gonna do some troll stuff.
Okay. Well, you played pretty damn good for someone that hasn't been playing a lot worse. So yeah, big congratulations today. And I hope you
Yeah,
keep
thank
having
you.
fun playing your other games. It'll be nice to see you,
Yeah.
be a little guest in our house more often in the future. Come and trash the place more often.
You should come play
I try.
Deadlock.
No, I don't like that game.
Aw. It's so much fun.
As Cock, I know he loves it.
Yes, no, I've talked with Hawk about it, and he is really good at the game too, which is unfair. You can't be good
I
at
see.
everything.
Well, worse, before we let you go, let me ask you something that I ask pretty much everyone. Like, what about StarCraft do you enjoy so much, and like, what's like inspired you about the game to like play it for so long?
I was hoping you'd ask that because my answer is a bit more unconventional.
Go on.
The main reason I play StarCraft is to get put in a position where my opponent doesn't want to leave, so I have to go mind control and make them feel bad for not leaving. That is, and I'm serious about that. It's the most fun thing you can do in this game, and nothing in any other game would ever get close to it. You know, it's amazing. So if anyone plays Protoss and you're winning, please do that. People are gonna leave faster against you, and you'll both save some time. That's my advice.
Thank you for that answer. That was a good fun.
That was a great answer. Well, congrats,
dear.
GG's. Congrats on getting into the round of 16. And yeah, you can go back to your DayZ now.
Thank you. Thank you for the invite.
Take care, man.
Peace. All right, guys, that's
That was a
it.
good laugh.
That was wonderfully hilarious. But that's all we've got today, guys. Thank you all for hanging out. Zun, anything last things you want to say?
Don't miss the ASL, guys. Still got 2 more games to play in the round of 8, and they're going to be absolute bangers as well on Monday over on ASL English Live. We've got Jadong versus Light, and then on Tuesday got Flash versus Snow. And if it goes the way I want it to, very possible we'll have that Jadong versus Flash semi-finals best of 7. Please let it happen. Don't miss that action, guys. It's going to be some absolute bangers coming up.
Yes. And tune in tomorrow for more IPSL action while you wait for ASL. And until next time,
I'll be there.
we'll see you later.